The hidden forces that rule the world. We think we know who runs the world, but do we really? Is it the United States, with its unmatched military power and global economic dominance? Or is there another force, older and more mysterious, working behind the scenes, the Vatican? A city-state with no army, yet one of the most powerful institutions in history, influencing governments, ideologies, and even global finance. Who really holds the reins of power? Stick with me as we uncover the shocking truth about the hidden rulers of the world, and the answer may surprise you. Welcome to Wiseland TV, your illumination is our commitment. The power of the U.S. military might and economic control. The United States stands as the world's greatest superpower, with a military that spans the globe. Over 750 U.S. military bases exist in more than 80 countries, making it the dominant force in global security. No major war or conflict happens without the U.S. being involved in some capacity. Beyond military power, the U.S. economy is a global giant. The US dollar serves as the world's reserve currency, and Wall Street dictates the financial fate of many nations. Tech companies like Google, Apple, and Microsoft influence billions of people's daily lives, while Hollywood shapes culture and public perception. But is this the ultimate power, or is there something deeper, something older, that controls even what the US does? The Vatican, an empire without borders unlike the US. The Vatican does not have an army, a large economy, or any military bases. Yet, its influence spans the entire globe. As the spiritual center of over 1 billion Catholics, the Vatican controls a vast network of churches, priests, charities, and educational institutions. The Vatican's power isn't just religious, it's financial and political. It owns massive amounts of real estate worldwide, controls secretive banking operations, and has deep ties to world leaders. Every major political leader, from US presidents to European monarchs, has sought the Pope's approval at some point. The Vatican's reach extends beyond what most people realize. The Vatican's hidden influence in world affairs. Many people overlook how much the Vatican has shaped world history. Pope John Paul II played a crucial role in bringing down communism in Eastern Europe, helping end the Cold War. Vatican diplomacy has been behind peace treaties, negotiations, and even conflicts, yet much of it remains behind closed doors. What's even more intriguing is how the Vatican has positioned itself as a silent influencer in global politics. While the US flexes its military and economic power, the Vatican uses diplomacy, moral authority, and spiritual influence. Could it be that the Vatican doesn't need military power, because it influences the very leaders who command armies? The Vatican Bank and the shadow economy. One of the Vatican's most mysterious and controversial aspects is its financial empire. The Vatican Bank, officially called the Institute for the Works of Religion, operates outside of normal banking laws, making it one of the most secretive financial institutions in the world. There have been allegations over the years of money laundering, hidden transactions, and ties to global elites. The Vatican's economic influence is not just about wealth, it's about control. If you control the flow of money, you control governments. This raises an important question. Does the Vatican's hidden financial empire allow it to influence global markets, even those seemingly controlled by the United States? The United Nations, the Vatican, and global governance. Another factor to consider is the Vatican's role in shaping international policies. While it is a small city-state, the Vatican has a unique status in the United Nations. It is a permanent observer state, meaning it has a voice in global governance but isn't bound by UN decisions like regular nations. The Vatican has influenced policies on everything from human rights to climate change, often pushing moral and ethical standards that nations are pressured to follow. While the US enforces policies through economic and military means, the Vatican often dictates the moral conversation. Could it be that the Vatican's true power lies in shaping the very rules that govern world leaders, making it even more powerful than America in certain areas? The US and the Vatican, allies or rivals in global control? At times, the US and the Vatican work together. Historically, they have shared common enemies, like communism, and have aligned on certain moral issues. But there are also deep conflicts. The Vatican has criticized American wars, condemned aspects of US foreign policy, and clashed with American values on issues like capitalism and social justice. There have been moments when the Vatican appeared to act as a check on American power, subtly influencing world events in ways the public rarely notices. Could it be that the Vatican and the US are not just two powerful entities but two competing forces shaping the world in different ways? Who really runs the world? Now that we've examined both sides, it's time to ask the big question: who truly runs the world? If power is measured by military strength, then the US stands supreme. If power is measured by economic control, then Wall Street and the Federal Reserve hold the keys. But if power is about influence, shaping minds, guiding world leaders, and setting the moral compass, then the Vatican's unseen hand may be the greatest force of all. Perhaps the real answer isn't either or but both. The US enforces power through force, while the Vatican controls through persuasion. Together, they form a hidden dual empire, one leading with strength, the other with influence. But here's the real question. If these two institutions are the ones shaping the world, where does that leave the average person? Conclusion. What does this mean for us? The real rulers of the world aren't just those who sit in government offices or command armies. They are those who shape beliefs, control economies, and influence decisions behind closed doors. The US and the Vatican may seem like two separate forces, but they have been connected for centuries. Understanding their power structures gives us insight into how the world truly operates. So, what do you think? Who really holds the ultimate power? The US with its military and economy, or the Vatican with its spiritual and ideological influence? Or is there an even deeper power at play? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden forces shaping our world. See you in my next video.